What's up, Cancer? Welcome to your November 2020 general reading. This is going to be for you, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Of course, it's not going to resonate with all of you guys, though, so definitely check out your other placements. If you are new to my channel, what's up? My name is Danny. If you are returning, hello, welcome back. Thank you for coming again. I am excited, as always, to talk to you guys because y'all know you're some of my faves. Okay. Let's get into what Scorpio season has for you guys. First of all, Scorpio season, connected to death, rebirth, transformation, right? It's all that very deep, dark-rooted, underworld Scorpio energy, right? So this is going to be a very emotional month for a lot of people, just so you know. This month, we are also coming out of Mercury retrograde, which is actually going to happen on the 3rd. So if you're watching this in October, before November 3rd, also U.S. election day, so go vote. But that's going to be going direct on the 3rd. Along with things going direct, Mars is finally going to be going direct on the 13th. So Mars has been retrograde for about 2 months, right? And when Mars is retrograde, the same as when a lot of planets are retrograde, it's kind of like a backward movement, right? So it can oftentimes feel like things are stagnant. If there's been anything that you feel like you guys have just been trying to work so hard to push forward and just has not been moving, this month, mid-November, this might be a time where you see some things start to open up for you guys. Now, along with this month being about the 8th house energy of the death and rebirth and all that stuff, collectively, as individuals for you Cancers, there's going to be a lot of emphasis this month on your 5th house. 5th house is connected to Leo, right? It's all about your creativity, your self-expression, children, that sort of thing. We are also going to be having a full moon, which is going to be a lunar eclipse. So it's going to be pretty big, end of the month on the 30th in Gemini, which for you guys will be tapping into your 12th house, which is it's difficult energy, at least for me. And, well, I think a lot of people would say that. 12th house energy can be deep. It can be emotional. It can be triggering, right? Because it's really delving into your philosophies, your, spirituality, God, karma, your undoing, secrets, which there may be some things that are revealed to you. At the very least, what I can say for you guys, Cancer, with the cards that have been placed out here is it feels like this month you will have the opportunity to take a second look at something that maybe you passed up in the past, or something you may have overlooked, whether this is relationships or work or whatever. It feels like something is coming back around for you guys to take a quicker or a deeper look at now that you've got more information, now that you've done more individual healing, and now that you're a little bit more clear in terms of the direction that you guys want to go. With Scorpio season, it's also very much about nurturing the relationships that we deem as most important to us. So with that, there is kind of this dwindling away and coming closer all at the same time, just depending, right? So bottom of the deck, the unseen energy you guys got is 4 of Pentacles. Interesting, Libra got the same card in the same fucking spot. So I've been linking like Libras and Cancers together for a long time. So if you are dealing with a Libra person, this might be a good time to look at their read or if you have Libra placements, right? Like me, I'm a Libra Sun, Cancer rising, so I would look at both anyways. But along with that 4 of Pentacles sitting there as a romance angel card, Libra also got Release Your Ex. So if it applies, if it don't, whatever. Just putting that out there. Both of those cards are exactly the same in Libra, and so just take a look. But when we talk about 4 of Pentacles, we talk about holding back, right? We talk about, well, first of all, Pentacles are connected to value, right? So whether it is money or possessions, whether it's people that we love, it's connected to value. And as you can see, this 4 of Pentacles person is holding on to these pentacles for dear life. We only do that when we have this sense that we could really lose something that we value, right? So there is this sense of taking a deeper look into that. Like I said, it feels like there's something that you guys are getting a second chance at this month. Of course, what happens, it's totally up to you. You guys actually have the Judgment card, so I do feel like you guys are going to be the ones to make some big decisions, especially if this has to do with another person, okay? But this is an energy of kind of holding back. This is an energy of kind of being secluded a little bit, being to yourself, right? Handling your things, your priorities, maybe not being as open, maybe not being as social. Also be mindful of your coins. I think you guys have been doing really, really good these last few months as far as having like really good successes in your career. And so this would be a good month. I know holiday season's coming up, but just like hold on to your coins a bit. Maybe you need to hold on to your coins for that. I don't know, but just be mindful of your spending, okay? Now, Cancer, you guys start out with 5 of Swords, which then goes into Judgment, right? 5 of Swords and Judgment. We'll just start here with these 2 cards for, well, let me show you the 3rd. And then Knight of Wands. So, first impressions. Some of you guys might be, again, at a place where you're not really dealing with people. You're not really being as social, which, you know, depending on what kind of Cancer you are, that could just be any day of the year. But 5 of Swords is about really kind of putting your swords down, putting the arguments down. And maybe, you know, you see that these 2 swords are laying here on the floor. Maybe it's like putting certain thoughts that have been damaging down. But this is energy of, you know, a lot of times it could be like empty fights and arguments. Like there's no point in arguing something because it's just empty and really nobody really wins. When I read this with the Judgment card, what it feels like to me is, again, if there's someone that you have not been talking to lately, there is a chance this month that you guys can revisit that. Now, revisit that doesn't necessarily mean you'll talk to them again, but that could be you giving yourself the time and space to see how you really feel about it, right? There's unfinished business in some sort of way. And so this might be a month where you guys find that you get closure. Now, be careful because closure can be tricky. Sometimes you don't get closure from the person that you want closure from. Sometimes you got to give yourself the closure and be like, you know, okay, it's fine. Like, I decide this and that's just what it is. Knight of Pentacles. So, Knight of Pentacles is a really slow-moving energy. This is something that is stable, though. There's consistency there. There's security there. This is for some of you, and it's not going to be for all of you. I think for a lot of you guys, a lot of you guys were dealing with things or people, situations involved with things that you saw had a lot of potential, but for whatever reason, it just couldn't lift off the ground, right? And that could be because maybe the lack of communication, maybe the communication wasn't healthy, maybe the communication wasn't completely honest. Because the 5 of Swords, we're not getting the full story, right? We're not getting a full understanding. It's almost like there's someone who's just like, you know what, whatever, and kind of giving up on it. But with this Knight of Pentacles, you see that there was real effort put in somewhere, right? So you guys might be dealing with air sign energy, Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra, or earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Doesn't really matter, but this is the energy of it. It feels like one person was ready to give up the fight while another person was really trying at something, right? If this is like a loving situation. And so maybe because of that, maybe if you're the person who out of fear or out of confusion was like, oh, we need to stop talking or we need to stop whatever. Maybe you're looking back at this point in time now after you've had some separation, which you guys are totally entitled to, right? Everyone has the right to step away from things to figure out what it is they really want. So if this is you, it could be that you stepped away and then you're looking back and you're like, yo, that really had potential though. And they were really down for me though. And based on our relationship, I could see they were really trying. And maybe they were a little slow. Maybe it wasn't moving exactly how I thought it was going to. Maybe it was a little bit difficult. Maybe it would have required us to kind of come up with some different solutions in order to make this work. But this person was giving real effort. And this person, there was real potential there, right? But we have to be careful with potential, right? Now, Judgment card. You guys have, like I said, the opportunity this month to revisit something, whether you are actually talking to someone about something and you know, talking it out, whether you are taking time for yourself to think and feel it out, this is the opportunity. You've got the Three of Wands, which is clarifying this. Now, Knight of Pentacles, there's always a horse. There's a Knight of Wands, horse. All that means travel. Three of Wands, in the original depictions, you've got someone who's standing in front of the water waiting for their ships to sail in. Now, this could have to do with something having to do with distance. Maybe that was the whole hard part about everything. It's like, look, I don't even know how to make this work, because how is this going to work? Like, they're way over here, I'm way over here. Definitely a possibility for some of you guys. But it's funny. I think that a lot of you guys are waiting for someone to reach out to you. But I'm here to tell you, Toots, if that's the case, if you're waiting for this other person to reach out to you, you might actually have to be the person to reach out to them. But of course, take this message as it resonates. If you've already reached out to someone and they aren't responding or whatever, then I'm not talking to you. Okay? But there is this energy of you guys waiting for something, but I think you're waiting for that other person to kind of come forth. But I don't see, I don't know. For some of you, I don't see that. I see that the priority is like you have to say something. Because again, for some of you guys, it feels like you guys were actually the ones holding the sword and cut this thing off. So, okay, you tell me you don't want to do this anymore. Like, so just coming from a different perspective. If someone tells me that they don't want something anymore, or something tells me that something's not working for them anymore, let's say in a relationship sense, they're also going to have to be the person to come back and tell me, yo, I messed up, or I fucked up, or, ooh, I realized that I actually do want this. I'm not going to keep banging on your door or waiting or trying to bother you to rethink things. Like, just personally, if someone cut something off with me, they would have to be someone to patch it back up with me. So, putting it out there. Depending on what situation you're in, what person is you, may apply, right? Now, Knight of Wands coming in, and it's interesting because the Knight of Wands is coming into the Judgment card. Again, Judgment card is very much connected to Scorpio energy because it is about that death and rebirth. It is about that do-over. It is about that second chance. So I feel like a lot of you guys want a second chance at something. This could even be a business opportunity that maybe has been left on the table and you guys weren't in a place before, or circumstances weren't right to where you could really go for it and you know, seize the moment. And then now you got a chance to go for it. Strength card, clarifying the Knight of Wands. Strength card is all about that divine feminine energy, right? It's really about the strength in order to tame ourselves when we're feeling spicy or we're feeling agitated, right? I feel like you guys are going to be getting a real like gust of like inspiration mid-month, which is really, really good to go out and do the things that you want to do. Again, I do think that there are things for a lot of you Cancers that you feel the need in your heart that you need to revisit, whether it has to do with your friendships, your work, yourself, your relationships, whatever. Be patient with yourself, be patient with others. Also, I feel like you guys have been doing a lot of changing, but this, whatever this is, it takes a while a lot of times for people to catch up to where we are, right? Just because we've done all this growing and stuff, if we haven't talked to someone, we can't expect that once we pop back in their lives, they understand that. So have patience, have strength. You know, I think it'll be an uncomfortable moment, but a very important one. Okay. Now, in your environment, Cancer, you guys have the Queen of Pentacles. She is the most motherly queen to me, right? Because to me, she's got the husband, the job, the kids. She does all the errands. She's got her garden. She's got all her things. A lot of you guys are putting a lot of focus into family. And even what that means for you. If you don't have children, maybe some of you guys are really thinking about that. If I think there's a big priority on making your home the homiest you can. You know what I mean? Ooh, yes, the Fool and King of Pentacles is clarifying it. For some of you guys, will be connecting to a earth sign if you haven't already. So you get the King and Queen of Pentacles. Whenever we see a couple with the same suit, that's a dynamic connection. For you guys, this connection brings stability and warmth and security, and it's very grounded, right? And for a lot of you guys, this feels like this is something new, right? Because we got the Fool card. The Fool is about taking a chance. The Fool is about being mindful as to not take your old baggage with you and to push forward. Sorry, Cancer, my camera cut off. I didn't charge it enough. So back to what I was saying. King and Queen of Pentacles showing up here in your environment. If this is pertaining to a relationship, this is one that's solid. It is rooted in stability. It is very grounded. And for a lot of you guys, this is something brand new. This could be an Aquarius or an Aries coming in. Could be, again, an earth sign. Could be anybody. But there is this risk involved, and not only for you, for the other person, right? This is in your environment, so this could require some type of sacrifice on their part, maybe a move on their part, something in order for you guys to be together and to make this work. But also, again, this just really feels like this is a time where you guys are really getting very clear on what it is that you want, getting very clear on your family dynamics, what that looks like for you, what that means for you, and you know, at a place where you're ready to start over and kind of take a risk with that. Now, Temperance is the next card in line. This is Sagittarius energy. This is also an energy about being patient. That's the main thing when we see the Temperance card, is a reminder like, girl, be patient. Temperance is, you know, both grounded and rooted, right? So you got one foot on the ground, one foot in the water. So being both equally grounded and emotional. This is about going with the flow of life. You cannot push something whenever the Temperance comes here, right? So there is not, this has nothing to do with trying to get things done the way you want to, how you see fit on your own time. This is really kind of having that divine faith and being open to what's given to you and understanding that everything happens at divine timing, and we don't always have control over that. Again, I think this has a lot to do with this opportunity, this do-over to come back. Like, you know, maybe it could be during Sagittarius season, so end of November, beginning of December, where you guys are kind of revisiting this. But be patient with yourself, be patient with others, understand and know that you cannot rush time. Like, you just cannot. But also you may be dealing with a Sagittarius person. Okay, we've got this Seven of Swords that's clarifying it. So Seven of Swords traditionally can be about a thief, a cheat, someone super shady. But for me, in most readings, it's not. Depending on what cards are around it, it can be. But for me, a lot of times this usually shows up as strategy, strategizing what you want to do. So it feels like during Sagittarius season, something might be coming coming up, like for you to either address or for you to, there's some kind of big change coming, and it feels around that time. Use this time in the meantime to figure out exactly what it is that you want, strategize for you, right? Strategize for your well-being. This is also a card that can talk about self-sabotage though too. So making sure that you're not overthinking things, making sure that you're not letting fear get in the way of what it is that you want, understanding that whatever it is that you guys want, it's coming to you. We get this sense that we are being divinely guided and looked after and loved after whenever we see the Temperance card with this angel, right? So there's no need for you to doubt what is happening, and understanding that even if things look a little weird, a little rocky, or a little shaky, even if you're feeling a little, you know, shaky, everything is happening in divine timing the way it's supposed to. So use this time to get very clear on what it is that you want, because what I can tell you is you got some newness coming in with this Fool card, right? And then the Eight of Pentacles is the last card here. That is about doing good work. It's really about drinking your water, minding your business, and tending to what you got to tend to. You see how this person really has tunnel vision, right? He's on his own. He's doing his own project. He's doing what he's got to do for him. And for Cancers, that's saying a lot. You guys are very much, you guys are the mothers of the zodiac, right? your ability and your want and your need to nurture over everybody that you love is great, but you have to also take care of you. And you got the Ten of Swords that's clarifying this Eight of Pentacles. Ten of Swords is an ending. It's completion. It is also implying a new beginning. So maybe this is the end of you guys coming or feeling a certain way about something that's gone wrong, right? Because it is also about things not being easy. This could be someone who you feel has stabbed you in the back. Maybe you guys are feeling bad about something that's happened in the past, which is why you're like, you know what, I would rather just focus on work. Ooh, Ace of Cups is clarifying. So again, some of you guys, this has to do with a do-over in relationships, but be very mindful of who I'm talking to. If you were in a relationship where someone was manipulating you, gaslighting you, cheating on you, making you feel bad, making you feel less than, then this is not for you. This isn't what we want to do. If that's who we're talking about, then y'all need to be looking into this, release the ex. But if this is something that's been a missed opportunity, even could be, again, a missed opportunity with work, because it just feels like you guys are going to have a second chance to do something, and this is something that you want to do. Like, this is something you want. So whether it was a relationship with a certain someone who maybe through circumstances it didn't work out, or if this was like a business opportunity that maybe has been being delayed and delayed and delayed up until this moment, and you were feeling like it was over and there was no chance for it, and then now you got the Ace of Cups, right? Because aces in tarot are all about new beginnings. They're all about the inspiration, right? The gift from universe. And then what we do with it from that point on is up to us. Ace of Cups can also talk about fertility too, which I can't deny. With this Queen of Pentacles, like I said, she's the most mom to me. Also, you got this little rabbit that's running around in the background, which can talk about fertility. So some of you guys might be finding out around this time that you are pregnant, or someone near and dear to you is pregnant. A lot of times if we've got close friends who become pregnant, or, you know, somebody that can also show up in our reads. But there is this sense of newness, new life even, okay? Yeah. You guys have opportunity for a second chance at something. If you want it, it's here for you this month. I think that when we go really deep and figure out what it is that we want, get very clear on what we value, what relationships we value, what things need to die away, what things maybe need a second look. Yeah, I don't know. Scorpio season brings all of that to you. And what I like is it has you in the driver's seat with the Judgment card. It's your call. It's whatever you want to do, right? It's your call. All right, you got two of these oracle cards that came out. It says, when I think I've surrendered, I surrender more. So right when you think you've done enough, do some more. Keep on pushing, right? And then the other one that fell out was, I let go of the shadow of the past by seeing someone for the first time with the eyes of love. Again, there's chances for do-overs. And again, this doesn't even feel like relationship. I mean, it feels relationship-y, but it doesn't feel like, for a lot of you guys, this is like a technical X. This just feels like missed opportunity. Of course, take it as it resonates. It's going to be different for all of you guys, but there's a chance for a do-over. So I let go of the shadow of the past by seeing someone for the first time with the eyes of love. So the ability to let go of the things that went wrong and seeing someone for the first time, right? New eyes, new love. And then you've got release your ex. The time has come to clear energy, which you already know. And then lastly, organize for success, which says, do not let the word organize intimidate you, as it is simply a way for you to ensure clarity of purpose. Organizing your thoughts, your reports, your living and your workspace, and your finances will help you know and plan your next action steps. So if you're getting confused, get organized. That will help you be right on track. I hope that this resonates with you guys. I love you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next month. Bye, Cancer.